Hey everyone, John here. Let's work on upgrading the linter. Guys, we can't always have fun. Sometimes we got to do boring stuff in programming. It's for good purposes, okay? Linters help us catch and prevent bugs. They improve our code quality, our code readability. I don't want bugs. Do you want bugs? Okay, let's upgrade the linter. So I have this feature branch. It's going to close this issue. Here's the issue. I thought this was a good first issue, but then no one wanted to do it for a year, so now I'm going to do it. But there are good first issues if you want to contribute to open source. Here are some of them. You can just help out with LeetCode. That's a win-win for you because practicing LeetCode is going to be good for your job search, and that open source experience is going to be good for your job search. So that'll be a good one. Yeah, probably, whatever. You can take a look at them. But that's probably going to be a good one for any level of experience. Okay, so git branch, I'm already on here. I asked Composer 1 to upgrade, and it found multiple versions that were compatible, so we pushed that. And so what's the issue now? The issue now is, after upgrading, we're failing some lint rules, so we got to fix them. Drop a dub in the chat if you love fixing lint rules. Okay, so nullish coalescing operator. Here is the user router. Fixing these is pretty straightforward. It's verification that is maybe a little bit trickier. And so we can update some tests as we go. So I don't see any tests for this. Oh, we do have a user test, yes. My, oh my, is it full of red stuff? So this is going to be db lead create. Okay, so I think this is whenever a user signs up, they get a default free tier subscription and a default blank row in the leads table. A lot of this is going to be me having to remember to check this kind of stuff. npm run test. Okay, did not cause any test failure. This didn't cause a test failure, but the related test file has some type issues, like so we want to strike a balance between the code being good and then like not going super out of scope. So I'm going to fix some of this if it's straightforward. But I don't feel the need to fix all of these issues. The key thing is that we didn't break tests. That's the key thing. Welcome in. If you're finding the video interesting so far, you can give it a like, follow the page. I hope you'll consider sharing the video. And you can also drop your questions and comments in the chat. So just gave an explicit any. Not the best there, but whatever. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Okay, so the commit here is like fixing some lint rules. Let's npm run lint again. So this is fix user lint. User route lint would be a little more specific. It's all good. Error is defined but never used. So here, I'm going to actually ask it a question. Can I just make it an underscore error? And notice some of the the way I asked that question technically, I used the backtick, which signals in text that it's going to be a literal string expression of code. Okay. I don't like that extra comment there. That's not necessary. Okay, so we should get rid of this one, get rid of that CSV router. And then here, an interface declaring no members is equivalent to its super type. Let's go check that out. This is line 43. It says, you see the 43:13. So here is 43. See? This will create a problem. This will create a problem if I do this. It is equivalent, but I intentionally want to alias it. Okay. So let's tell the AI about this. However, I intentionally want to alias that thing. Yeah, maybe there's some like change, but as I recall, ooh, look at that. This is also called this thing. Yeah, there was an overlap issue with default session. Session extends laterally session. Yeah, it's the default bit. It's the default bit that throws a wrinkle in all this. I don't want to extend the session. I want to extend the default session. Should I just ignore the type or lint error in this case? I'm asking. And we can see in this case, I think I was already disabling it. Yeah, so do I have two disables now? So I guess the rule name got updated. Let's see. Unless I need to disable two rules on, it's like a bad practice they're saying, but the next auth was making me do that. Maybe I should upgrade next auth, but I want to limit scope. Okay, so it went away. It went away. So I think we're good. Yeah, I think I should consider upgrading next auth, but not in this PR. What do you think, chat? Next auth got a big change to it. Let's go see if I can see that. Is it just called auth now? Yeah, better auth. It's now part of better auth. So maybe I should use better auth. Let me go ahead and make a GitHub issue. Hey, if y'all want to contribute, you can knock this out. I'll fix the linter. The linter will be stable, and then you can upgrade to better auth if you want. Okay, I can just do that. All right. You write too much Python and you forget kind of your basics of JavaScript. At least I do. The intent there was to make a generic latterly session which extends default session and fills the role of both. I'm amazed I remember this, by the way. Must be those omega-3s supplements that I'm taking. Fills the role of both session and default session types. But there was some kind of funky inheritance issue or something if I don't declare that way. Some kind of funky type issue. If I didn't declare that way. This is probably a very poorly written, very poorly written medium. High P2. Do I have P2? Yeah, P2. It's not super urgent, but it'll be good. Okay, how much time we got? We got 10 minutes. Let's keep rolling. Fixing the linter, fixing the linter. Here, let's go for both of these. I think we can do both of these. Boom. Fix lint on lint on weird session extension. Let's check those tests. My GitHub Actions are running the tests already, but I literally just don't want to switch screens. I could keep a watcher on. So npm run test, I think it's :watch. We'll keep the watcher on. These are warnings. These are still interesting warnings, like extraneous search param calls. That's interesting, but I want to minimize the changes. So I'm just going to fix the errors here, and y'all are welcome to submit some PRs to clean up some of the warnings. I'll make an exception in this case because the assigned and never read does actually bother me. Like these, like what are we doing here? Set start time. Yeah, I don't know why we're doing those things. I'll let the end quiz stay as such. End quiz, because end quiz is going to be actually used, right? End quiz, yeah. End quiz is actually used. So let me grab these. Oops, dang. Let me grab all of these warnings. And here we're just breaking up the task for the AI so that it's simple. And we're going to get rid of the end quiz bit out of the prompt. Okay, so assign never used, assign never used, assign never used. So it is a pretty simple task because it's kind of doing one thing. Does that make sense? It's kind of doing one thing. I don't know that I have test quiz content. Yeah. Need to keep updating, buddy. That created an issue. Set up quiz timer. Okay, I think it cleaned it up. Cool, cool, cool. So here, yeah, we just deleted a couple and underscored a couple. Good, I like that. Quiz result is now not used. Quiz result, latest quiz result. Is this technically a quiz result? Interesting. It's some funky type. So what is this quiz result type over here? ID created at, it's going to have an optional user, and then it's going to have a quiz. So let's go to the latest quiz result. It has a user. It doesn't look optional. Oh, yeah, it's a union. Okay. Is it nullable? Yeah, it's nullable. Okay, I think that looks good to me. Let's add unit tests for that quiz content. We're going to add the unit tests, then we'll fix the breaking error. So this will be fix rm unused vars and use a type. Trying to keep those commits pretty small. We can see the deployment is failing also because of the linter. So I want to create a package JSON task to run the type checks without doing the build or lint. Let's make sure those tests are passing, and then we'll do this other thing. Nope, we got a failure on it. Ooh, a bunch of failures. If you're not sure why, reduce test count for now. Or skip some. Okay, it's changing the assertion syntax. Whoa. I don't want to deal with that. So this is test quiz content a little bit. Unit tests are now passing. Pick one more quiz content unit test to uncomment. So these are timing out. We'll see if it can figure out why. The mock isn't reactive. Okay, so it's a test side issue. Good, not a real code issue. That's what I expect because I think this widget works.